So last time we played, Lester and Claudia, along with their friends Quentin and Sybil, they were on a mission.
Yeah.
Do you remember the mission?
Yes. So they're just about
I'm,
to.
I'm playing a song right now that I've entitled "Let's Save the Children."
Nice. Okay. Yeah, they're about to go after the kids. Go save the kids on a rickety old cart,
Yes.
and there's four. I think four people, right, on the cart.
Yes, there is you and Claudia, and there is Quentin and Sybil, and then there is finally Giselle.
Oh, okay. Five.
Yes. Or
Yeah.
actually,
So and then
I believe Sybil is riding on the horse. Yes.
okay, that's right. That's five.
Yeah.
Okay. So then we have Tehran is going off to help the wizard, I think.
Yep, he's going off to help the wizards, potentially do
Yeah.
some, I guess, taking care of the town while you
Yeah.
guys are off doing your thing.
Some CSI work there.
Yeah.
He's trying to do. Yeah. Um. I was thinking like it would be great.
Hold on
If
one
we-
second. Let me just make sure that this is recording. Hold on one second. I'm just
Okay.
testing this really fast. So, the last time.
Is there a way we
were
can
play-
make the music a little less loud?
Yeah, sure.
Or is that just maybe that's on my end?
I can
That's
make
on my end, maybe.
I can make it less loud. Is that better? Better?
Maybe a little bit softer.
Better?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's good.
That's quite soft, actually. I think that might be on your
Oh.
end also.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
Do whatever sounds good to you.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, we were on a mission, and we are going to go to the world map now. Okay. So you guys are traveling along from Aquaria. You guys are right here. You see yourself, yeah, on the cart.
Yeah.
Should
Yeah.
or it might still be loading for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys are traveling on this rickety old cart out of Aquaria, bumping and bumping, going up and down, and as you guys are traveling, you get to witness Giselle prepare her spells for the upcoming day. If you remember, you wanted her to prepare a spell that she could potentially use to talk with Wander over long distances, yeah?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and so you see her prepare it. It's actually called ascending spell, and basically what it's kind of like fantasy text messaging. She's able to send a short message of 25 words or less to Wander, and so she prepares it.
Texting.
Kind of, yeah. And as you guys are bumbling along in the cart, you notice you've never really seen a spellcaster go about preparing their spells before. It's a fairly complicated process. Like for this one sending spell, she needs material components, and so she's got like a piece of little copper wire that she's winding up and setting aside, and she's preparing a couple other spells. You can see her setting aside things that look like they might be used for like shooting fire bolts and lightning bolts, and every single one that she prepares, she needs ingredients essentially, and it frankly looks complicated. And you know, as you guys are riding along, you can hear Quentin being like, you know, Lester, you know, magic is really cool and all, and I like the idea of being able to throw lightning at people and fry them to the color of, you know, dirty eggs, but I just never really understood it. You know, it's so complicated. You got to make all these things and prepare all this stuff, and you know, I just like hitting things.
Yeah. Well, you're talking to a non-magic user, in me, so I don't really understand it either, to be honest with you.
And I'm going to say I'm drawing Indiana Jones lines on the map. You guys are like traveling up this way
Okay.
as you guys are talking.
Oh, we're going fairly far then, huh?
Yeah. And so Giselle is. Let me actually see what spells that Giselle has. Let's see, because she has her own like stat sheet and everything. What spells has she prepared? Okay, so you don't exactly know what she's doing, but she describes what she's preparing. She prepares a firebolt spell, a spell that can like shoot light out in all directions, a spell that can amplify her voice and make her sound super loud. And she has a spell called Magic Missile, which is the tradition. It's like a traditional Dungeons and Dragons attack spell. It's like a magical homing missile. She has a spell that shoots out waves of thunder. She has another spell called Misty Step, which lets her kind of like turn into mist and move to different areas of the map. And then she has a spell called Haste, which she can cast on people in order to make them move faster. And weirdly enough, the material component that she needs to use for that spell is shavings of licorice roots. So none of it really makes that much sense. And Giselle says, well, I wouldn't expect a non-magic user to understand, but there is a deliberate science to all of this. And this is what we need to study in magic school, which materials we need to use. Each spell is like a recipe. Think of it that way. It might be easier for you to understand.
One thing I've never understood, Giselle, is that what you're doing sounds a bit like, or looks a bit like chemistry.
Yes, chemistry is a kind of a lesser word for what we do. When you play around with a chemistry set, it's not likely going to, for example, magically make someone faster or shoot lightning bolts down from the sky. Think of what we do as perhaps an amplified form of chemistry, but based in sort of the same principles. And Quentin's like, well, I don't even think I know what chemistry is, so it's no wonder that I've never really been off for this magic stuff. You know, Lester, back in the day when I used to be a pirate and I was sailing on ships along with J. Alsworth, he knows magic, and he tried to teach me some spells. And he gave me a couple scrolls and told me that the scrolls were super simple and that any idiot would be able to do the spells on the scrolls, okay? And, Lester, I just couldn't understand it. Like, I just got really mad, and so I took out my saber, and in my frustration, I just stabbed the scrolls over and over again until they were bits of paper. And Sybil's riding on the horse, and you hear her say, I remember that. And then Quentin's like, oh, Lester, you could kind of say that I sabered the situation. Claudia's like, oh God, I saw that one coming from a mile away, Lester.
Yeah, well, we should also be so lucky as to savor the situation. Sometimes it's hard to savor the situation.
You guys continue to travel, and then you kind of actually going close to the border of the dark forest, actually.
Okay. Let me ask Quentin a question.
Yeah, sure.
Quentin, I'm sure you've seen these world maps, and they're apparently penned by J. Alsworth. And so you actually knew this guy?
Yes, sir. We sailed up and down the Sea of Red Mists, and the Sea of Red Mists, it's on your map, I think. It's on the It's on the other side?
On the other side, yeah.
Yeah, it's the Sea of Red Mists. So actually, on the other side of the map
the western border. Yeah.
Sybil turns back at you on the horse and says, that's where Quentin and I met, actually. We were both sailors up and down the Sea of Red Mists and had lots of adventures in those days. And J. Alsworth was the ship's wizard for a short period of time before he disappeared.
He was a wizard, huh?
He was a buccaneer, a wizard, a card thrower, liked to put on magic shows, liked to cast illusions to a crowd, and he served on our ship for a period until he mysteriously disappeared. And I'm not exactly sure why, but just one day we woke up and he wasn't there.
Uh-huh.
Comes and he goes, that J. Alsworth. But he was there when we fought all manner of sea monsters and even a sea serpent. And there were these strange fish people that we saw up on those islands in the Sea of Red Mist. It was a really bizarre experience. Wow.
Fish people.
Lester, says Claudia, do you ever have dreams of running away and becoming a pirate?
Sometimes.
Perhaps we should try taking to the seas one day. Maybe it'll happen in a future adventure of Lester and Claudia.
Maybe perhaps a cruise?
Perhaps. But who knows what might happen, Lester? It's not like I can predict the future. Some days, Lester, I feel like my destiny is all up to the throws of a couple dice. Do you ever get that feeling, Lester?
Now that you mention it.
So, so you guys approach the corner of the dark forest, and the trees get larger, and it's later in the afternoon, perhaps the early evening now, and everything gets a little bit more ominous. All right. And as you guys move along, eventually you make it to a clearing in the forest, and then you see the mysterious owner of the orphanage, Albertus Alright, surrounded by a strange circle.
Oh, the fairy ring, right?
Yeah.
Oh, who are all these? Oh, those are the kids.
Yes, indeed. All right, so I'm just gonna switch to music. Yeah. Is that too loud for you?
No, it's good.
Yeah. All right. So you can see Albertus Alright standing, and he's holding a gigantic spell book in one hand, and he appears to be casting some kind of ritual, some kind of spell. And there's this gigantic circle in the ground, and it appears to be one of those fairy circles that you heard about, those strange teleportation circles. All right, and he's waving his hands and casting spells. And then as he casts spells, you can see magic bursting from the circle. And you can see his mysterious otherworldly helpers, those doppelgangers he created, keeping watch. There are currently 4 children in the middle of this circle. All right, and as the magic ritual progresses, the kids start to disappear. One of them disappears into the midst of the circle, and then another one disappears as well. What will you guys do? You've stumbled up to them, and you have maybe a couple seconds to do something before they turn and notice you. Currently, their attention is focused on the spell.
The guys, right? Those the helpers.
Yes. Albertus Alright is too busy casting it. He doesn't really see you. The helpers are currently focused on the spell as well. They're not facing you at the moment, and you've pulled your card up to this corner here.
All right.
But it doesn't look very good. The children are disappearing.
All right. Well, shit. I think this is one of those times when it's this calls for rash action.
Rash action. All right.
Yeah.
So, what would you like to do? Would you like to immediately go and make an attack? They're currently not noticing you, so you get one surprise round.
I think we should.
All right.
I think I will use a. I have to double check my thing. I have a smoke thing, right? Do I have a smoke arrow?
Yes, you do. You have a smoke bolt in your crossbow. Yeah. Okay. You have 9. You currently have 9 smoke screen bolts.
That's right. All right. So I'm going to aim for the space right between the 2 henchmen.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So roll a d20. Okay, a 17. 17. And so actually, when you roll your d20s for attacking, you get to, I always forget to do this, but you get to add your proficiency bonus to it because you're proficient in crossbows. But since you're not really aiming at the enemies, it just lands in the middle. So you are aiming at which space? This space right here, yes?
Right between those 2 guys, yeah.
All right, so you're shooting off a crossbow bolt. So it's going to go like that. All right, and I believe your crossbow bolt, it expands out 10 feet in all directions. Okay. All right.
Okay.
It's gonna look something like this, and then I believe I have the nice Photoshop effects to emulate it. Boom. All right, you pull out your crossbow, and then a smoke bolt goes down in the middle, sending out waves of odorous, thick, heavy smoke into the area. As you shoot out the bolt, the last of the children disappear, almost as if the spell has been completed, and all eyes turn to you, and we are now going to enter into combat. Alright, so you get to roll initiative now and see who goes first.
Okay, that's a D20, right?
Yeah, that's just a regular D20.
Yeah. Roll 4.
Oh, yeah, okay, so for initiative, what I always forget to add is initiative is you get to add your dexterity modifier to that. Because your initiative is basically a dexterity check. So your dexterity modifier is +2. Okay? So we should always be adding +2 to your initiative rolls. I always forget to do that. So it's actually a 6. Alright. So let me add you to the queue. Lester is, I believe, alright, Lester is a 6. Alright, let me roll for Claudia. Claudia's a 12, and then plus her dexterity bonus. She gets a dexterity bonus 4. So she's a 16 total. Alright. And now let me roll for these bad guys. Okay, for these bad guys, are going to be a 6. And let me roll for this other bad guy. Other bad guy is going to be a 4. So they go last, which is pretty good. And then there's this fellow Albertus. Oh, he's a 3. The enemies are not rolling particularly high right now. Alright, and then for Quentin and Sybil, just for the sake of time, I'm just going to do one roll for both of them. Alright, so they rolled a 20, so I'm going to say they're both 20. Turn. 20. Turn. 20. Finally for Giselle. Giselle rolled a 3, same as, what's his face, same as Albertus. Alright, so, what are we looking at here? Alright, the first people in the queue are actually, it is Sybil and Quentin. Alright, so basically the way I'm going to run these battles, because we have a lot of like NPCs in these battles, is previously I would do the actions for them, but in order to make it a little bit more interesting, I'm going to have you dictate what you want them to do. Okay, that gives you, so you're not just waiting around for your turn. Alright?
Okay.
So this is to stimulate like shouting out orders in the middle of a battle. So what would you like Sybil to do? I'm just going to have her go first. Ladies first. So you know that Sybil has a rapier. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to share her stats with you because that would be like giving you intimate details on her person, but you have a general idea of her weapons and capabilities, and so you can kind of let her know what you want her to do. And just give everyone their HP. Yeah. So think about what you would like her to do.
She's got to like get closer, doesn't she? Everybody's like far away, right?
You guys are still on the cart now at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, you're at your current hit points from last time is you're at 23 hit points, by the way.
Okay.
Okay. Out of 31. 23 out of 31. All right. And Claudia is she's at 18 out of 21. All right. So the enemies, because you hit them with that gigantic smoke bomb, they currently have disadvantage on all their attacks in the middle of that gigantic smoke cloud, which means that every time they make an attack roll, they got to roll twice and take the lower number. Unfortunately, if you enter that smoke cloud, you have disadvantage as well.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Well,
and you also have, and until the smoke clears, because the smoke screen is basically sort of it's a disorienting method. You're gonna have disadvantage on aiming into it as well, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah. Okay. So let's just try to wreak as much havoc as possible.
Yeah, you could use what are known as area of effect attacks, AOE attacks. You could shoot them with your fire, or maybe have Giselle throw some spells or whatnot. Or you could sneak around and get this guy Albertus. He's currently not in the middle of the cloud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think like for someone like Sybil, she's got like a close range.
Yeah, she's you know that she's got close range capabilities with her rapier. She does have a dart, like a collection of darts that she can throw for range.
Okay. All right. Well, I think she would be good to like go after Albertus with like a dart or the rapier, but she could like start making her way kind of around the edges of the periphery of the smoke cloud, not like kind of like around maybe in the back of the fairy circle, so kind of flanking the left side and then going up and around and counterclockwise.
Up here, yeah?
Yeah. And then kind of going around and getting the fat guy from this side. And then
okay. All right, so she has speed of 30, so she can make 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's as far as she can get.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right.
But at the same time, who's next? It would be Quentin, right? Or is it him?
Yeah, it would be Quentin. Yep.
Yeah. He's like more of like a hand-to-hand guy.
He's a hand-to-hand guy. So from what you understand of Quentin, he's got a staff, and his staff is like a tri-staff. He can attack 3 times.
Yeah. I think he would be good to
jump in the smoke and go nuts.
Yeah, I think he would be good like on the edge, like somewhere around here, just on the edges of it. Even if he's just swinging the staff around. Yeah. Because
he needs to be within 5 feet to actually connect with anything.
Yeah. That's okay. It doesn't really matter. Like even if he's just swinging that thing around, like even at the very edge, like if he's
like right here.
No, I meant like so on the left side. It looks like it would be a little closer on the left side.
Like here.
Yeah, like I don't know if I can. Can I like point? Yeah, right, like right there.
You can if you click on a square, you should be able to send out a circle. Yeah, can you do that?
Yeah, well, like
if you hold down.
Yeah, but that's perfect where you put him.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So he can actually move. He can actually move in the smoke if you want him to just start attacking. But if you preferred him to stay here, then you can shout out an order for him to stay there.
No, I think he can. He's probably like jonesing to like just go like beating on something. So just like have him start wreaking. Even if he misses, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so he's going to jump in. So this is basically you like shouting out battle orders and whatever. And generally, because you're partnered with people that are friendly towards you, they're going to take your advice, except when they decide to do something stupid. So generally, they're going to take your advice. Quentin is obviously jonesing to get in, so he's going to jump in here and try whacking this guy in front of him.
Yeah.
Let me see what his attack is. All right, so he's got an attack called Tri-Staff Strike. He's able to do 3 attacks with this thing. So roll a d20 3 times. See if they hit. All right, so 4, 11, 14. All right, Okay, so two of the attacks are going to pierce this enemy's armor class rating. All right. And so let me check what the damage is going to be. Alright, so the first attack does 9 points of damage, and the second attack does... Really? He does 24 points of damage? Wow, that's insane.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, it's... Wow. I think it's... Oh.
That's insane. 9, 20, let me just check to make sure that's right.
Seems like they could kill somebody.
Hold on. This might not be right. The stat might not be right. I think it's too good to be true. Hold on. Let me make sure I inputted it correctly.
You have some problem with the maths?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Okay. It's not quite right. All right. So he hits twice, and the math was a little off. Hits twice. Let me just do it again. All right. So the first hit does 11 damage. The second hit does 6 damage. That's more like it. Sorry. The math got a little wrong. So in total, 11 plus 6, 17 points of damage to this guy right here. Alright, so he with his staff against the creature. Oh, actually, shit. He's supposed to do it at disadvantage. Oh, shite. Because he's surrounded in smoke.
Oh, it's smoke. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, ball sacks. Let me actually... do it again. Okay, second time is 14. Alright, because I kinda screwed that up, I'm going to say that only one of the attacks hits. Because I totally forgot about him being in smoke. And I'm going to say that he does a total of 7 points of damage. Alright. Because I totally forgot about him being at disadvantage in the smoke. Alright, he does 7 points of damage and only manages to get one hit in because he's swinging wildly about in the smoke. As he hits this guy, the creature, once again, it reverts back to its normal shape. And if you remember, the normal shape of these creatures is kind of otherworldly and cold and disturbing. So it turns back into its normal shape.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, next up is Claudia. What would you like Claudia to do? You get to kind of dictate Claudia's actions as well.
So let's see. I think she doesn't have any range things, does she?
I don't believe so. Claudia... Yeah, no, Claudia doesn't have any range. She's got a staff that can entangle people and restrain them. You can also, if you want to, you can have her hang around and assist you. She's got an ability called Master of Tactics, which means that in combat she can use the help action as a bonus action, so she can like give you advantage on your next attack. For example, like holding your crossbow steady for you, so on and so forth.
Maybe one of the things she could do, though, would be to make her way to the other side, to the right side, where the other guy is.
Okay, yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20. She can only make it up to there, unfortunately.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I think her speed is just... Yeah, her speed is 30. Yeah, she can make it 30 feet. Alright. And that's pretty much all she can do, I think. Unless you want her to try to do something else.
Yeah, I think that's okay.
Alright, next up is you, Lester LeFoe.
Well, I think I am going to use my crossbow. And there's no kids, right? Oh, well, there's people, though. There's some of my buddies.
Yeah, Quentin's in the middle of the fray right now, swinging wildly about like a maniac. Going, wata! Yeah! That's what I live for, Lester Fester.
How far can my crossbow go?
Oh, it's pretty far. It can go like 60 feet or something like that. Maybe 60, 70 feet. Let me check.
Could I, for example, shoot? I don't really want to shoot him at this point. I don't want to shoot Albertus.
Your crossbow has a range of 100 feet.
Yeah.
You could shoot Albertus, actually. 5, yeah, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You could shoot Albertus. You could arc it up and fire a bolt and shoot him.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be able to get any information out of him though.
Well, you can if you shoot him like the final attack, you can always decide for it to be a killing blow or like an unconscious blow.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
So you can't just shoot him. You actually you're able to shoot him from this angle. You have to fire it above the smoke though. Which you
okay, that's fine. Which I could. Yeah, okay. All right, so that sounds good. Let's do that.
All right, and so you're going to use a regular smoke, a regular crossbow bolt, yeah. So you used 1 smoke screen bolt, so I'll deduct that on your character sheet. You got 8 smoke screen bolts now. You're going to use a regular bolt?
Yeah, regular bolt.
Okay. So let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Okay, there's a gigantic mass of smoke in the middle of the, so you're basically trying to shoot over it. I'm going to say that, I mean, the smoke is you're still going to have to roll with disadvantage because the smoke is kind of obscuring the area a little bit. Now, if you want to have a better, if you want to have to shoot like regularly without disadvantage, you can try to move so that Albertus is within your line of sight. Because right now he's sort of like that big smoke cloud is between you guys.
Yes. Okay. All right. So is that just do I just roll for that?
Yeah. Do you want to move or do you just want to shoot from there? It's up to you.
I just shoot from there.
Okay. All right. So you roll with disadvantage. So roll a d20. 11. Okay. Roll another one because you're at disadvantage. And you have to take the lower one. All right. So you got to take 9. All right. You take 9, and then your crossbow is another thing that I often forget to add, unfortunately. Your crossbow is +5, +5 to hit. Okay, and so 9 plus 5, you always get a +5 modifier. 9 plus 5 is 14. All right. So, and remember, Joshua, actually, if you look at your character sheet, you remember your character sheet? There's a way of doing attacks where you can just click on the name now. Remember?
Wait, I forgot now.
Yeah, so if you just mouse over attacks and spellcasting, you can just click on the name of the weapon you want to use. In this case, the dragon spit crossbow, and it automatically rolls your d20 for you. I feel like that just makes things easier because it automatically rolls the d20 and applies the attack modifier to it, so you don't have to do any maths. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. So yeah. So that attack will hit Albertus Alright. It pierces his armor class rating. So now, roll. You can roll for damage. All right. So try clicking on. So try clicking on the name of the attack in your character sheet. Click on.
I mean, just the dragon spit crossbow, right?
Yeah. Just click on that. Yeah.
Not the damage thing, or just the.
No. Yeah. Just click on it. Yeah. Okay. So that's so that basically describes your attack right there. See, that's the text. Yeah.
Nice.
And so now, when you want to calculate the damage, you go to the chat window and click on click on the name of the 11. Attack. Yeah. Don't click on the 11. Click on that's your d20, your attack roll. Yeah. Yeah. So your dragon spit crossbow is so it does 4 points of damage. Yeah. That's the actual damage it does. Okay. So there you go. That's just a simplistic way to do your attacks, where you always have your information in front of you. So you lean back and fire off a round, and thanks to your eagle-eye aim, it floats up above the smoke cloud and pummels Albertus Alright in the chest, causing him to stagger somewhat. Okay. So we finished one round. Okay. So now finally it is Giselle's turn. What would you like Giselle to do? She's the one person that has magic at her disposal.
Yeah, so
So Giselle
Let's move
has
this out of the way here.
fairly powerful attacks that can kind of extend over an area. You don't quite remember what they are, but you can sort of, you know, if there's a particular thing you want her to do, you can describe it, and she'll see if it's within her power to do it.
Okay. Giselle, is there any way you can neutralize those two goons there? Like bind them up in magic, or make them disappear, or that kind of thing?
Well, Lester, let me see. I can. You want to neutralize them? You want to hold them in place, or you want me to do damage to them?
Either would be fine, actually.
All right. Well, I believe that perhaps since your boy Quentin is in there running about and causing problems, I will hold. I will cast a hold person spell, and so what that will do is it will potentially hold one of them in place so that they can't move, and so he can just keep on walloping them. Does that sound good?
That sounds perfect, yeah.
All right. So Giselle prepares her spell, and her material component for this is a small piece of iron, and she pulls it out of her pouch and swings it around. You can see the magic fibers start to sparkle in the air around her. All right, and so she casts what is called a hold person spell. She's going to try to target this one. All right, the one that Quentin was whacking.
Okay.
Okay, so this guy has to succeed on what's called a wisdom saving throw, or be paralyzed. Let me just pull up his stats. I need to look in the book. I need to look in the book to see this guy's stats.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Page 82. Alright, this fellow needs to make a wisdom saving throw. Interesting. Let's see if this works. Alright. This doppelganger creature failed its wisdom saving throw, and so that means it is paralyzed. Okay. It is currently paralyzed, and it cannot move. Let me mark it with something that shows that it's paralyzed. I will, let's see. Here, this is good. See, it's got if you look closely, it's got like a snail on its corner. And that means it's paralyzed and cannot move, alright? It has to stay there, and then Quentin can keep on whacking it, alright? That is all Giselle can do for the moment.
Okay, that's a lot.
Yes. So Giselle, so in D&D the way, D&D actually doesn't have mana, surprisingly, unlike what many video games would have you believe. It has these things called spell slots, and so spell slots are basically you know, there are certain slots that you have in your mind that contain spells, and so Giselle used up one of those, casting this enchantment.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, so now, finally, it is the enemy's turns. I forgot what these guys roll. Okay, so these guys, let me just add them. Okay, so now it's time for the enemy's turn. So this one enemy that Giselle paralyzed, he's going to try to break free of the paralyzed spell, and he fails. There's not much he can do. He cannot move. Yep, he cannot move. There's not much he can do. All right, so this other guy, the guy next to him, is going to try to stumble through the smoke. Alright, he's stumbling through the smoke, and he's going to try to attack Claudia. Alright, the nearest person.
Oh no. Claudia didn't do so well with these guys last time.
Yeah. Alright, but he's at disadvantage, so he might miss. Alright, his first d20 he rolled an 8, and then the second one rolled a 17, so he has to take the 8. the 8, and so he's going to try to slam into Claudia. Let's see what Claudia's armor class is. Claudia's armor class is a 14. Alright, he does manage to connect with the attack, unfortunately. And so he is going to do 1d6 plus 4 bludgeoning damage. Oh no, he does 10 points of damage to poor Claudia.
Oh, man.
Claudia's at 8 hit points, unfortunately. Alright, now we are at this guy, Albertus Alright. What will this guy do? Alright, Albertus Alright is going to try to 5, 10, 15. What's his speed? 20, 25, 30. Alright. He is going to try to cast a spell on you. He leans back and then he casts the magic missile spell that Giselle was actually talking about earlier. Alright? And so the way it works is he creates several darts of magical force in front of him, and then he points them all towards Giselle, the spellcaster in your party, because she seems like the one who's an obvious threat. Alright? And so this is going to... So this does... What does this do? This does 1d4... Okay, this does 3d4 plus 3 damage. Alright, so this automatically hits. He doesn't have to roll for it. It's like a homing missile. And so what happens is he reaches out and twirls the tattered spellbook that's in his hand and fires off these bolts at Giselle. I believe I have a nice graphic for it. This is what it looks like. Yeah. He fires off these magical missile bolts at Giselle, and Giselle takes 9 points of damage. They pummel her, and she goes, oh, positively barbaric! Now we're back at the top. Sybil again. Alright. And your smoke cloud has now, I'm gonna say it is still active, but after another turn, after another run through the queue, it will disperse. Alright, so we're at Sybil's turn now. What would you like her to do?
Let's see. How far can she throw her darts? Probably not too far, right? 5 feet, maybe 10 feet.
Yeah, not that far. I mean, actually 30 feet.
Oh, well, 30 feet.
Yeah.
So 1, 2. So she could make a throw and aim at the guy that Quentin was fighting?
Yeah, she can make a throw and aim at the guy Quentin was fighting. She'll be at disadvantage to attack him, though, because he's surrounded with smoke.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I think... let's see. I think we should get her closer. Let's have her move back. Can she move diagonally?
Yes, everybody can move diagonally.
Again, okay. If she could do 1, 2, yeah. Let's go to have her move like diagonally, like down.
Can you
like,
can you click the square you would like her to move her to? You can.
Yeah, just like right here. Or
hold down the mouse. You should be able to make a There
there we go.
Yeah, you got to hold it down. So right here.
Yeah.
Okay. And get in and do attack damage.
Yeah.
Okay. So she'll do close quarters attack damage with, I believe, her rapier.
Rapier.
Yeah. All right. So that is okay. So that will most definitely hit. And let's roll damage. All right. She lashes out with her rapier at the doppelganger. Doppelganger takes 9 points of damage. All right. Excellent. Now, Quentin, what would you like Quentin to do?
Why don't we do his trifecta again?
His trifecta.
Yeah.
Okay.
His triple threat kind of thing.
All right, his triple threat kind of thing. Let me just make sure it hits with disadvantage. Oh no, so because he's got disadvantage in the smoke on his second roll. His first roll on the d20 was a 16, but his second roll was a 1! And so, unfortunately, Quentin will miss with... I'm going to say that when he rolls disadvantage, he rolls a 1, he misses with all 3 of his staff attacks, unfortunately. Just flailing around like a mad bastard. Can't hit anything. Yeah. Claudia's turn now.
Claudia. Claudia.
Yeah, Claudia's in a bit of a fix. She's at 8 HP.
8 HP. Why don't, she's right there with that guy.
Yeah.
Why don't we have her use her staff of, like, the vine staff, the staff of holding on the guy right
yeah,
in
the staff of vines. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's look at Claudia's attacks. Claudia will use her staff of vines on the guy. Unfortunately, yes, she is at disadvantage because of the smoke. Yeah, the smoke is I mean, it's neutral. It gives everybody disadvantage, so it can be both good and bad for both you and the bad guys. Alright, so she's gonna try to use her quarter staff. Oh, actually, yeah, Claudia has some abilities I forgot about. She has an uncanny dodge ability. You have it too, Josh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when an attacker hits her with an attack, Claudia can use her reaction to halve the attack's damage. I forgot about that one. Alright, I'll have to remember it now. It might keep her alive. Alright, so she's going to try to attack with her Staff of Vines. She's at disadvantage, so she needs to roll twice and take the lower value. Alright, luckily, the lower one is a 16, and that will pierce this enemy's armor class, and so she will do her damage with the Staff of Vines. She does 12 points of damage, and as she does it, she yells out that magical elvish word, Evrash! And then vines pump out from the ground and enrapture this guy. He is entangled. And he cannot move at the moment. So both of these guys cannot move.
Oh, very
good. Yeah. And as she does that, he transforms back into his regular form as well. Yeah. Okay. Alright, now it's your turn, Lester.
Okay. Lester. I'm gonna. I have a better shot at Albertus now. I'm gonna take another shot at him.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to shoot over the smoke. You're at advantage. So, what I recommend that you do actually is first see if you can get your extra sneak attack damage against Albertus by using your insightful fighting ability.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's my thing here. I always forget. Do I have to roll for that or no?
Yes, you do. You need to make a wisdom insight check. So you roll a d20 and you add your insight modifier, which is +4.
Okay.
All right, 10. That's a 10. Now you need to, versus Albertus Alright. He needs to. Yeah. So your check is contested by his charisma check. All right, let's see if he will be able to beat you with his charisma check. All right, unfortunately, he beats you, and you do not get your insightful fighting on him, I'm afraid. But yeah, but you can try to do your just do your regular attack. And you can try doing the insightful fighting on him again at a future date. All right, yeah, you rolled a 14. That will definitely hit Albertus. Now click the Dragon Spit crossbow for damage. 8 points of damage. Yep. Once again, fire off a crossbow bolt. Hits Albertus straight in the thigh. Finally, Giselle. What shall Giselle do? Both of those enemies are... They cannot move at the moment. One of them is paralyzed, and the other one is entangled. And they're going to be able to try to break out of those on their turns, but If you want her to do damage, you can.
Yeah.
Now
Well,
might be
let's
the
do
time.
the damage. Yeah. It's maybe the one that's closest to Claudia because she's like the most in need of, I guess, some assistance. So if she can do damage to the one that's closest to Claudia, that guy there.
Oh, okay. Let's see. And she rummages through her. Spells, looking at what's available. Let's see, Lester. I'm going to. All right, I can toss a firebolt at him, and try to burn him up.
Yeah,
It's a
that's
classic spell. All right. Let me
Oh, will that burn Claudia though?
No, I just hurl a mote of fire at a particular creature within range. Alright, on a hit it takes fire damage. It's not an area damage, it's just one target.
Okay.
Alright, let me just make sure that she has that spell. Okay, yes, alright. Alright, so, and this is actually a spell that doesn't use any of those spell slots, so she can cast it as many times as she wants. Alright, so she needs to make an attack roll. Okay, that is definitely going to hit, right? And she does 1d10 fire damage against the creature. Okay, so she does 4 points of fire. It's not that much actually, unfortunately. Just 4 points of fire damage against the creature. Let's see. That's what it looks like. She spreads out her hands, and fire temporarily engulfs the doppelganger. All right. Okay, so now it's these doppelgangers' turns. All right, so the doppelganger, I believe, is so this one next to. Sorry, that didn't mean to burn that one. This one next to Quentin is it's currently paralyzed. All right, and so it's got to try to break free of the paralysis. Let's see if it can do it. Oh. It breaks free of the paralysis, unfortunately. It's no longer paralyzed. Alright, oops, I didn't mean to kill it. It's no longer paralyzed. It's no longer paralyzed, and now it's going to try to attack Quentin, the guy who's been walloping it this whole time. Alright, but it's at disadvantage because it's still in the smoke, thankfully. What did its first... Okay, first roll is a 14. Second roll, let's see. Second roll is a 5. It has to take the 5 because it's got disadvantage. It misses! It just thrashes out at the smoke, and Quentin dodges away, going, "What-a! Lester Fester, I'm about to saber this situation so hard!" Alright, next up, it's the other enemy trapped inside the vines. Let's see if it can break out of these. It cannot! It is still stuck in the vines, alright? And now, finally, it is your man, Albertus Alright. Albertus Alright probably going to use another spell. Let me see what spells this dingleberry has. Let's see what Albertus Alright has at his disposal. Oh, alright. Albertus Alright is going to try to screw you up. He is going to cast a humdinger of a spell, I'm afraid.
Uh-oh.
Alright, he is going to try to cast a Thunderwave spell on you.
Thunderwave.
Yeah. Oh, the treadmill's really loud. Oh actually, yes.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's
I hit that by accident.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, so he's going to try to cast a Thunderwave spell on you. Balls. Balls is kind of bad. Alright, Joshua. Joshua, you need to make a Constitution saving throw. Alright, so that is a D20 plus your Constitution modifier, which is a 1. D20 plus 1. A 4! Oh, not very good. And Giselle has to make it as well. Giselle is going to get a... Alright, so both of you guys, I'm afraid, fail the throw. And what happens is a thunderous burst of energy erupts from beneath you. Okay? So once again, using these awesome effects that I have, it's going to look like it's going to look something like this. Boom! A thunderous burst of energy erupts from beneath poor you and Giselle. All right, both of you guys are knocked 10 feet backwards. So Giselle is knocked, boom, 5, 10. She's knocked backwards like this, off of the cart. You're knocked, boom, boom, over here. Unfortunately, the magic also smashes the cart. Poor Tehran's cart. Poor Tehran's cart goes spinning. Boom, boom, boom. Goes spinning over to here. And in fact, is completely. I'm just going to draw a big X on it. It's completely in shambles. Boom.
Yeah.
Completely in shambles, I'm afraid. And unfortunately, the Thunderwave magic makes the horsies go crazy, and they start fleeing. The horsies flee, and just basically out of the picture. All right, the cart's in a shambles right now. And all right, you take 2d8. You and Giselle both take 2d8 thunder damage. Alright, you both take 7 points of damage total. Alright. Lester, you're currently at 16 points of damage. Or 16 points of health. Okay. Oh, it's too bad for Tehran's cart. Now, luckily, Albertus Alright is down 1 spell slot, so you may want to try to neutralize this putz before he starts doing any more damage with his spell book.
Yeah.
He's waving that spell book of his. It's a big, thick, tattered book, and it appears to be slightly smoking at the moment. Okay, so we're back again with Sybil. So now, actually, your smoke cloud is done. It's dissipated. So yeah. Unfortunately, that cleared all the drawings on the board. Unfortunately, it cannot clear the drawings of poor Tehran's cart, which is just a pile of crud, just in shambles. A big X. No more cart for Tehran.
Oh, well, maybe we can buy him a new cart. Maybe the wizards can reanimate it or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, so we're back at the top of the queue with Sybil. What would you like her to do? She can kind of just smash up the thing right now.
Maybe that's with the guy. What's his name?
Quentin?
No, the shape-shifting guy.
Oh, the doppelganger. Yeah.
Yeah, the doppelganger. She can use her rapier to do a rape on him.
Oh, do a rape on him. All right. Sybil Star will attack with her rapier. Alright, that is absolutely going to hit the creature, and let me roll for damage. She does 12 points of damage. Very good. 12 points of damage against the creature, and it has begun to stagger. Okay? It has begun to stagger, and it looks substantially wounded. Next up, Quentin. Do you just want Quentin to go at it?
Yeah. Let's have him just do his thing.
Alright, Quentin's first attack will miss. His next attack will also miss, unfortunately. God damn it, Quentin, you big putzaroo. His third attack with the staff will... Oh, his third attack with the staff will hit, finally.
Oh, good. Jeez.
And his third attack with the staff only does 6 points of bludgeoning damage. He's letting his woman do all the hard work. So the way it looks like is just Quentin just overstepping his range, just slamming out with the staff, but it hits the ground next to the creature, and then he slams out again and hits the ground next to the creature, and he's like, "Ratzel fratzel, sons of bitches!" And then he pokes the creature with the butt end of the staff, and finally manages to do a little bit of damage, but not as much as he wanted. Finally, Claudia bearing witness to all this, and she's like, "Quentin, I thought you said you could understand bashing people's heads in. Don't seem to be doing that very well. Lester, what should I do? I'm only at 8 points of health. I always seem to get hurt more than you, Lester. Why is that?"
Well, I think she should. What are her other attacks besides the staff of the vine staff?
So she's got the staff of vines, and so this guy's sorry, I forgot. This guy's actually restrained right now, so she can actually move away. And I think that might be within her best interest to do so, because she's low on HP.
Yeah.
She can make an attack and then move away.
Okay.
I think that's probably the best thing for her to do.
She could swing her staff, right, or another weapon.
Yeah, yeah. So she's gonna swing her staff first and see if it connects. Oh, very good. It absolutely does hit the hits the creature, and it does 7 points of damage against the creature. All right, and let me just see if Hubert, the cowardly lamb, is going to pop up out of the bag of holding and do a little bit of extra damage. Oh, Hubert, the cowardly lamb, does pop out of the bag of holding. Ah, all right. So Hubert we get to have damage for Hubert too.
Nice.
And let's see, what does he? Oh, sorry. I need to do a 1d10 damage for him. Okay. Hubert pops out and does 3 points of damage, so in total we have 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 points of damage against this guy, which is pretty good. Now Claudia is able to run away from this fellow. He does not get an attack of opportunity on her because he is enraptured in vines. 15, 20, 25. She's going to run back to you. Let's see, I don't know, does she have any health potions? Pretty low on
I can
health.
give her one. I don't know if she has any. But...
Yeah, she doesn't have any health potions. Hoarding all the health potions for yourself, Lester!
She has food, though.
Leaving me. I don't got no food. You got all the food, Lester.
Does it have
It's all. I don't got no food, Lester. You're my boss. You dole out the food, and I must beg you for scraps. I do, however, have your fucking Nan Leslie disguised in my bag of holding. And one pair of gigolo boots. Perhaps I can chew on those right as I'm about to die. Alright. It's your turn, Lester. Oh, Lester's still got the bronchitis, don't you? You deserve that, hoarding all the food from me. Defenseless, beautiful young girl. Getting bashed about by strange, otherworldly doppelgangers while you leisurely shoot your boats from across the screen. I mean, the field, not a screen.
What do I give her a...
Lester, what happened to poor Tehran's cart? Oh dear.
What do I give her a health potion?
Alright, so, you're just gonna give it to her, or you're gonna actually, like, pour it down her mouth? Giving it to her would be, I guess, like a bonus action. Pouring it down her mouth would take a full action.
Wait, what's the difference?
So a bonus action means you do it and then you still get to attack and do your movement and stuff like that. A full action takes up that entire time period, so you actually got to uncork it, pop it in her mouth, blah blah blah.
Oh yeah, I'll just give it to her. She can do that herself.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I believe you have, how many health potions did you have? Oh, you only had one health potion. Oh, I guess Claudia has it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used the other one on her last time.
Oh dear, yeah. All right. Well, Claudia's got one health potion now. You don't have any. So
Okay,
just
I have
FYI.
the food apparently.
Yeah, you have some food.
Okay.
All right. Let me just write that on Claudia's inventory. All right. What shall you do now?
I will. Hold on. Where's that guy? I think I will use the crossbow again, and I will aim for Albertus.
All right. You will aim for Albertus. Yeah. Sure. Go for it.
Why not?
Oh, try to use your insightful fighting on him again.
Yeah.
Make a roll d20 and add your add plus
One.
4 to it. Yeah, plus 4 to it.
Yeah.
Give it a go.
Alright. I got 11. That's not bad.
11. All right. Let's see.
Well, I got 10 last time, didn't I?
Let's see if Albertus beats it with his roll. He's gonna get a +2 to whatever he rolls. Let's see. He beat it. He rolled a 20. Unfortunately, Lester cannot discern this fat man's fighting style. All right, but Lester can shoot his bolt at him and do regular damage. Go for it.
Okay. Alright.
All right, 18 will definitely hit. Click the. All right, 7 points of damage. So you fire out another crossbow bolt, and it pummels into Albertus Alright, and he looks noticeably weakened now, and he starts to quiver and falls down on one knee. And now we are going on to Giselle. Giselle is noticeably pissed off because she got blasted with a thunder wave. So Giselle is searching about in her in the spells that she's prepared for something that might be appropriate. Who would you like her to attack?
I mean, she should go for Albertus. I mean, he was...
Albertus, alright. Lester, I've got a spell here called... let's see. What is this? I've got a spell here called... what do I have it? I've got... Oh, so she actually has the same Thunder Wave spell that Albertus has.
Oh.
So she's just gonna try to use it on him. Gonna try to nuke this son of a bitch. Alright, so Albertus needs to make a Constitution saving throw. Let's see if he makes it. Oh no! Albertus rolled a natural 20! This fat man is rolling very well. Alright, so normally the spell would do 2d8 thunder damage against him, 5, but unfortunately he only takes half damage, so that is going to be a 2. Round down. He only takes 2 points of damage, unfortunately. He does get pushed backwards, or actually he does get, I'm gonna say he gets pushed down to like here, like the very edge of this. Yeah, it's like the very bottom of the screen, actually, almost falling off the edge of the screen. And he, and Giselle is pissed. She's like, "Gosh darn it, Lester! My spell's not working well against this fat man. It must be that spell book he's got command of." All right, now it is these dirty doppelgangers. It's their turn. The one standing next to Quentin is going to try to grapple him. Going to try to put its arms on Quentin. Unfortunately, Quentin just skips out of the way. It can't do anything. The second one is going to try to break free of these vines, enrapturing it, and it cannot break free either. So those guys are basically still where they are. Now Albertus. All right, Albertus he wipes the dust off himself, and then he he moves closer to his doppelganger companion. All right, and he prepares to cast another spell, but then suddenly the spell book that he's been using this whole time, actually, the spell book actually bursts into flames.
Oh, I was going to aim for that the next time we... Okay, interesting.
So the spellbook bursts into flames, almost as if he's maybe used up all of its power, or almost like he's activated a like some self-destruct mechanism and sending up little particles meant to represent flames. It bursts into flames, and let's see, he's going to take some damage because basically just burned his whole hand. He takes 6 points of damage, and he lets out a scream.
It's better than we have done in some cases.
Lets out a scream, says, "Ah!" And he actually drops the spell book on the ground. So I'm going to say that the spell book that he dropped, it's let's see, it's like a smoldering mold of pages right here. Okay, he dropped it on that square here, and it's burnt up. It's almost burnt up to a crisp. Right, we're back to Sybil. Shall she continue her assault on this doppelganger?
Yes.
Right. She will continue her assault on this doppelganger. Rapier, that's her more powerful attack. It will definitely hit. Sybil's rolling very well, and for damage, it will do 5 points of damage. This thing looks like it's on its last legs. Maybe it's up to the boy Quentin to finish it off for good if he can connect his attacks. Quentin will attack with his tri-staff strike. He attacks once, and that will hit. He attacks again, and that will hit. He attacks again, and that will hit. All right, he does damage. All right, he does 5 points of damage, and that's enough because that's all the HP that the creature had left.
Nice.
So Quentin does a completely unnecessary backflip, just for no reason at all. Just backflips in place and screams out, "Hiya!" And then he lands, and then he brings his staff like a baseball bat and just push, smacks it right into the creature and knocks its head clean off. The backflip had no purpose whatsoever. And you hear Claudia whisper to you, "What was that for? It's a waste of energy." Yeah, this guy's dead. All right, and now it's Claudia's turn. And Claudia says, "Well, shall I make an attack, Lester, or should I cower behind you, or should I take this health potion? So many options."
Take the health potion.
All right, I will take the health potion, Lester.
Yeah, you take the health potion.
Let's see, how much does that heal? I believe a health potion is... Need to look up how much it heals. A potion of healing, it heals, 2d4 plus 2 hit points. Okay. Okay, Claudia heals 8 hit points. So she was at 8 before, so 8 plus 8 is 88. No, 8 plus 8 is 16. She's at 16 HP. Alright, Lester LeFoe. Lester LeFoe, it is up to you. Do you just want to burn the whole forest down? Shoot fire at them? Or...
No, I still want to try to get some information about these guys.
Yeah.
So, I will, I'll aim again for Albertus.
Alright.
Actually, you know what? If I close the distance, that's considered that takes up my whole turn, right?
No. Movement's always you can always move and attack. Yeah.
Oh, I can. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can always move and attack. Always. Yeah.
Okay. Well, actually, I'll just shoot him.
Okay, you can just shoot him. Yeah. Try the insightful fighting again. Let's see if you can get that sneak attack damage. Roll me a d20 and add your insight +4. Just shoot him. Yeah. Oh, you got it. You got it. Very good. Or actually, sorry, he needs to compete with you. Sorry, I always forget. He needs to compete with you. Let's see. Oh yeah, he fails. You get it. You get to add your sneak attack damage. So now, yeah, shoot him with that crossbow. Click on the crossbow. Yeah. Well, that's that's the d20 to. Yeah. Actually, yeah. Sorry. 10. So sorry, you only rolled a 10 to hit with the crossbow. So you succeeded on getting insightful fighting against this guy, but you missed on the attack to hit him. Yeah,
No.
You missed on the attack to hit him. So your crossbow bolt went sideways, went cockamamie in the other direction.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. All right, but Giselle's up now, and Giselle, what would you like her to do?
So she might as well close the gap with this other guy who's stuck and kind of looks like he's having diarrhea there.
This is true. Yes.
So she move. Let's see.
Well, she doesn't really need to move. She's a ranged spellcaster. She can just stay behind and blast.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Moving doesn't really matter for her, and it doesn't matter so much for you because you got this crossbow that you rely on most of the time. Moving matters when you're being cornered or when.
Well, I was just gonna just settle the old-fashioned way.
All right, so let's say Giselle is gonna
Manos de Piedros.
Manos de Piedros. That appears to be some sort of old Elvish incantation, Lester. I believe it means shoot these bastards with missiles, and so she's going to cast magic missile against these sons of bitches, and that's that homing attack. And
yeah.
She's going to send, so it shoots out 3 darts of magical force. 2 of them are going to hit Albertus. Alright, so... nice thing about magic missile, you don't have to roll for an attack roll. It automatically hits, always. That's why people like it. So 2 of them hit Albertus. It does 5 damage on him, and he has started to bleed out of his mouth. He looks like he's on his very last legs. Okay? And the other one is going to go into the doppelganger standing next to Albertus. Alright, and the doppelganger standing next to Albertus take 3 points of damage. It still looks fairly hardy. That one hasn't taken much damage throughout the fight. Now that is its turn. It's going to try to escape these vines that are holding it. It cannot escape the vines. The vines have got it tight. Finally, it is Albertus' turn. Albertus is... Alright, Albertus is going to try to make a run for it. Okay? Albertus tries to make a run for it. 5, 10, 15, 20. He jumps in to...
Oh no, the fairy circle.
He jumps into the fairy circle. Now, one thing you've noticed, unfortunately, is that the fairy circle has started... Cracks have started to form in the fairy circle, okay? Almost like his spellbook. When his spellbook burnt up, it somehow damaged the magic of the fairy circle. So cracks have started to form in it, and it's like there's got this crackling magical energy surrounding it. Albertus, the fat man, runs towards and does a swan dive through and disappears right as the cracks blast around him. And he vanishes.
Oh,
he got away. He had 1 hit point left. Oh no. We're back at Sybil. What do you want Sybil to do? Sybil can kill this guy.
Can we jump in there?
Oh, you can jump in after him. Do you want Sybil to jump in after him?
Yeah, let's all jump in.
All right. So you're all gonna jump in. So Sybil jumps in as well, and she disappears. You want Quentin to jump in also?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it, Lester Fester! And he does a completely unnecessary backflip into the thing. He disappears. Claudia's like, oh, Lester, you sure this is a good idea? The thing has started to crackle once more. Okay? It has started to crackle, snap, crackle, and pop. It looks kind of dangerous.
Yeah.
Oh, Lester, I'm scared.
I'm gonna jump in.
Are you gonna pull Claudia with you?
No. Claudia should stay here.
Wait for me, Les! I can't go without you! Somebody needs to protect you. You jump in, and you feel magical energies pull at you. And then Claudia jumps in after you as well. Giselle screams, oh no, looks like an absolute disaster! And then she starts to jump in also. But unfortunately, as she prepares to jump in, then suddenly you can see this as you're falling through the fairy circle. The whole thing explodes.
Oh, jeez.
The whole thing begins to explode. Almost as if the magical energies coordinating it have just gone haywire. And poor Giselle is knocked backwards into Tehran's cart. She's still okay, but the whole thing explodes, and the fairy circle disappears. Alright, so now we get to go to the next so you go spinning and swirling through what feels like outer space, and you've never felt a sensation like this before. It's like your whole body is being ripped apart and rearranged, and you catch a glimpse of Claudia next to you swimming in what's almost like water, and she's screaming, Lester! I feel like we're caught in a tornado! And you don't see Quentin and Sybil at the moment. You're not exactly sure where they are, and it almost feels like your mind has been separated from your body. I believe you're having what is known as an out-of-body experience, Lester LeFoe. And finally, you end up in another part of the world completely.
Wow.
And you emerge in what appears to be another fairy circle in another part of the world. You're not exactly sure where. And in fact, I need to delete some of these guys because how this battle was going to play out depends on how the last one played out. So currently, you see a lot of guys here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so half of these guys are not here. And this cart that you see here, this cart that you see is also not here as well. Because something happened. You're not sure what happened to Sybil and Quentin, and you're not exactly sure how much time passed as you went flying in this portal. Perhaps Sybil and Quentin got here before you and bashed some heads together and stole the cart. Alright? So you emerge out into this this grove right here, and you see what appear to be a group of nasty-looking people. out in front of you. There's a woman right here with a crossbow, and there's a man right here with a whip. All right, and there are these two guys with swords next to them, and as you burst through from the magical fairy circle, the energy that's been holding the fairy circle apart together, it dissipates, and the magical portal kind of vanishes, and the fairy circle becomes dormant. And so these people standing in front of you, they look at you immediately with hostile intent. And then you can hear the man scream out, "Oh no, not two more of them! It's bad enough those others stole our cart and bashed together the heads of all the rest of our henchmen. Quick! Calypso, shoot him!" Alright? Roll for initiative, you're right in the middle of another battle.
Okay.
Yeah, just roll d20 and add your dexterity. Your dexterity is your dexterity is plus 2. Yeah. All right, so Lester LeFoe is 10. I'll have Claudia roll. What did poor Claudia get? Claudia rolls a 6 plus her dexterity is also, I think it's also plus 2, I believe. Oh no, it's 4! 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So she rolled 10, same as you.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, oh, poor Giselle's not in the picture anymore. She got left behind. Alright, so these new group of enemies that are targeting you are going to roll for initiative. The woman is going to get a... What does she get? Oh, she gets a 13. Fortunately, it seems like she gets to go first. Actually, she gets a plus 1, so she gets a 14 total. All right, the man is going to roll. The man next to her with the whip is going to roll as well. All right. He rolled a 10. Alright, he gets a 10 plus 10 plus 1, so he gets an 11 total. Alright, and these two, they look like henchmen. These two, I'm just gonna roll 1d20 for them, see what their initiative is. Alright, these guys get a... Okay, these guys roll 4, so they get to go last. Alright. Okay, so the first one who appears to be going is... Alright, is the woman with the crossbow. It's a crossbow kind of similar to yours, actually. Alright, and so she immediately aims it at you. Alright, it's a heavy crossbow. Alright, she's gonna try to hit you with it.
Okay.
Oh no, it's a 17 plus 18, so that's definitely gonna hit. It's gonna pierce your armor class rating for sure. So it does 1d10 plus 1 piercing damage. Oh, you take 10 points of damage, Lester.
Son of a bitch.
What was your HP before? Let me just check.
I think it was 23 or something like that.
Yeah, I think it was.
I lost some. Oh, I forgot to write that down, actually.
Yeah, I forgot to write that.
I lost some when I got hit by the spells.
Yeah, I forgot to write it down as well. It was at 23, and I think you took a.
I took like 9 or something like that.
Yeah, so 23. Let's say 9. 23 plus 9. 23 minus 9. What's 23 minus 9, Josh?
239.
Exactly. No, so you're at 14 hit points. Oh shit. And so, and then Claudia, I think, is at she was at 16.
Yeah.
Gotta keep track of that. Claudia's at 16. Oh crap. So the first thing that happens to you as you come out of this otherworldly portal is you get smacked in the face with a bolt. Or I'm gonna say it grazes past your face, but it just knocks you sideways. That's 10 points of damage. You're at 4 HP now. Because you're at 14 before. You're at 4. You're at.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. You have 4 HP now. Scheißen.
Scheißer.
All right, and so now the guy with the whip. And the guy with the whip is gonna...
The whipper?
The whipper, perhaps we might call him. The guy with the whip is going to run up towards poor Claudia. All right, and he gets, so the whip has a long range, so he doesn't have to be right up next to you. He gets like a 10, it can attack from 10 feet away. He's going to use his vicious whip on poor Claudia.
Oh, dang.
All right, this man, the whipper. All right, so it rolls a 14, and so that's going to pierce Claudia's armor class rating. All right, so it does 1d4 plus 3 slashing damage, 5 points of damage on poor Claudia.
Dang it.
Just psh, psh, and Claudia gets whipped, and Claudia's like, "Oh no, I'm not into that."
Good thing she had the potion.
Yeah, good thing she had the potion. So now it's you, Lester. You're at 4 HP. You're in a
Okay.
Yeah, you're pretty low on health. Let's see what your options are.
Well, if I eat food that's basically takes a turn, right? Basically.
Well, I'm going to say that eating stuff and drinking stuff that you already have in your possession is just a bonus action. So you can shove a sandwich in your mouth and gulp it and still make an attack. I'm just going to say those are bonus actions for now.
All right. Yeah, I'll eat. I have rations, right, and sandwiches or something like that.
Yeah, I think the rations you guys used up actually.
Oh, we did?
I think so. On your, I don't remember.
I don't think we did. I don't think we used them yet.
Oh, maybe not. I'll say you can have them. Yeah.
I'll just eat a sandwich because I can probably do that one-handed.
Yeah, you're just gonna shove it in your mouth. It's the funniest thing ever. You shove a sandwich in your mouth.
Sandwich. Alright. I'll have 2 left.
We'll do one. You shoving 2 sandwiches in your mouth?
No, I have 2 sandwiches left. I had 3 before.
Oh, you had 3 before. Okay. So roll 1d4. It's not much HP recovery, but I'm gonna say 1d4 will be what you recover in HP. Okay. Oh, Shizen. Oh, 4, that's pretty good. 4 damage. Alright, so you're at 8. So you shove a sandwich in your mouth and chomp down on a really hearty tomato and recover a tiny bit of hit points. Now you can still make your attack action. Perhaps it's time to just blow them apart, Lester.
Yeah. Do I have to load the crossbow with the firebolt? Does that count as like an action?
Nah. The dragon spit crossbow. It's going to be it's not going to count as an action.
All right. So I'm just gonna use the fire, and we're just gonna burn this mother effer down.
Who are you going to target with the?
I'm not targeting really any. Well, I don't know. I guess.
Well, I recommend always targeting someone and always trying to use your insightful fighting on someone because you always want to try to get that extra sneak attack damage.
Okay. So I'll use the insightful fighting on the lady.
Yeah. Who targeted you? Who definitely targeted you? Yeah, go for it.
So that's
going to be d20 plus your 4 and she has to try to beat it.
All right, I got 18, so that probably will.
Oh, let's see if she can beat it. Okay. Joshua, this might be the coup de grace. I don't know. She rolled it. She only rolled it 10. All right, you get your insightful fighting. All right, so you're going to shoot a fireburst bolt. So your regular bolts, you used up 2 of them, I think.
Oh yeah, I don't know if I wrote that down.
Yeah, I wrote it down for you. So you're at 17 now. You're at 19 before. Or did you? I think you used 3 actually.
I think I did. Yeah.
Yeah. So you'd be at 16.
16.
Fireburst bolt, you were at I think.
I have 8 here.
Yeah. So let's make it 7.
Okay.
All right. You shoot your fireburst bolt out at this woman and. Boom, 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 boom. It just blasts at her. So yeah, click on the dragon spit crossbow. Let's see how much damage the actual... Alright, so yeah, now click on the name. Let's see how much damage that did. Okay, so it does 8 points of damage, and you get to roll an extra 2d6, because you got that sneak attack, because you succeeded with your insightful fighting. Roll an extra 2d6.
Nine. Oh, dang.
So 17 points of damage total. All right, 17 points of damage total. Boom. Alright, so this woman takes 17 points of damage, and then, so the way this looks is you just shot her with your fire burst bolt. Alright, so she and the area around her is... Well, actually, yeah, basically the area just around her, I'm afraid. You didn't actually hit anyone else. Maybe you should have targeted one of the other guys, but oh well, it's fine. This area around her is consumed in flames.
Okay.
This will last for 2 turns. Now, she is still in the fire, and on her next turn, as she tries to move through the fire, she's going to take some fire damage.
Yeah.
Alright. And anyone who tries to move into the fire as well is also going to take fire damage, because that's how it works. Alright, Claudia. What would you like Claudia to do?
Oh, well, I think she should try to use her... does she have to be right next to the like, somebody to use that vine, or that staff with the vines?
Yeah, she doesn't have any. She doesn't really have range.
Yeah.
She doesn't have range.
Well,
so
we can have her move up. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Like,
I'm just changing the text of your dragon spit crossbow. I realized that when I originally wrote this, I wrote that the effects of the smoke and the fire last for 5 turns. It should be 2. It's a little too overpowered at the moment with 5 turns.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't really matter so much for Claudia. She's a target either way because of the whip. So let's have her move closer to that guy, the whipper guy, and then try to use her staff of vines.
All right. Claudia is going to use her staff of vines on this son of a bitch. Come on, Claudia. Claudia rolled 23. That almost definitely hit. Okay, so she does 7 points of damage against this guy, and she once again shouts out the Elvish word Everash, and then he gets covered with vines. Oh, actually, he has to make a throw to avoid being covered in vines. Let me see if he succeeds. Oh, he fails the throw, so yeah, he's covered in vines, and he is restrained and cannot move.
Okay.
So the vine, purple. It's always purple. It should be green. So the vines restrain him. He's like, "What? What's going on?" And let's see. He is. Yep. All right. He is restrained. Cannot move. And you have a woman on fire. Very good. Okay. So now it is. It's these guys. All right. So these guys are a little taken aback by the fact that you just shot fire across the arena at what appears to be their leaders. So they actually back off. This guy backs off, and then as does this guy. They don't make any attacks at the moment yet. They're a little too bewildered by the fact that you blasted them with this gigantic fire thing, and they're trying to get out of range of the flames. All right, now it's this woman's turn. All right, what's she gonna do? All right, so she's currently on fire. And so you can hear her screaming, okay, as she tries to move. Alright. So, let's see how much damage she takes as she moves. This might be pretty good. Alright, so she tries to move out of the fire. Doom. Doom. Alright, so she's gonna take... She does manage to move out of the fire on her turn, but she takes... So she moved 10 feet, I believe. Or sorry, yeah, 5, 10. She moved about 10 feet. And so she takes 2d8 fire damage on every 5 feet. So she takes... oh god. Yeah. So she takes 16 points of damage. Just from moving, yeah. Just from moving through that through those flames. And she looks exhausted and angry. Alright. She's going to try to shoot you again with her crossbow now that she's finally out of the range of the flames, which are continuing to just burn in this position. Let's see if she manages to hit. Oh, she only rolled a 6! Lucky. She misses you.
6.
Very good. Now the man with the whipper. He's got to try to break free of the vines. He can't really do much if he's in these vines. Oh, so he rolled 17. He's definitely going to be able to break free. Unfortunately, he breaks free of the vines. He's no longer restrained. Breaks free of the vines, gets out, and then he is going to try to hit poor Claudia with his whip. Alright, he's going to use his vicious whip on poor Claudia. He rolled a 13, and that does not pierce Claudia's armor class rating, because her armor class is a 14. So I'm going to say, like, he slashes out with his whip, and it kind of, like, Claudia does that thing where she, like, blocks the whip with, like, her arm, and it wraps around her arm, and then she shakes it off. Doesn't do any damage. You guys got lucky on that turn. Low on HP. Okay, Lester, it's your turn. The woman looks quite weak. Because the fire just did a lot of damage as she was walking through it. The guy is doing all right. He's still like and these two guys on the side are also doing all right.
Okay, I'm gonna eat another sandwich.
Okay, go for it. Bonus action. You know, so roll me 1d4.
All right.
Lester, why do you keep eating? It's not the time for food.
I gave you my oh shit.
I'm sorry, Lester. We're just getting beaten up. Like a bunch of ragdolls. Right? Yeah, 1d4. Ah, 3 points. 3 points recovery.
Alright, it's not bad.
So you're 11 HP.
Alright.
Ah, these are the sandwiches that Mother Methanian made for you a while back.
Yeah, we gotta get some use for them.
In the throes of death, all you had to deliver you from the throes of death, just 2 pieces of bread and ham and tomatoes.
Okay. So I'm gonna aim my crossbow at the guy now.
You might want to try going for the woman, as she is probably going to target you again. And she looks much weaker than the man at the moment.
Okay.
It depends. It's up to you. You can target the guy if you want to, but the woman looks substantially weaker.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll use the insightful fighting thing again.
You got the insightful fighting on her.
Oh, okay. That's right. Okay.
I think. Did you?
Yeah, I did.
You got insightful fighting on her. It continues to last. You got insightful fighting on the woman.
Okay.
In fact, let me start to mark the fact that you got insightful fighting on people with a sign. I'll mark it with a green for because Lester's favorite color. You see that dot on her?
Yeah.
There's a dot on her. All right. So you get sneak attack damage on her.
That lasts for like a couple turns.
That
right?
lasts for like a minute, and every turn is 6 seconds. So.
Okay.
Insightful fighting, yeah. It lasts for 1 minute, or until you successfully use it on another target.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to target her. I just why waste a no good deed goes unpunished. So
the fire is still burning. It still lasts for another turn.
Okay.
If you want to, you can. Do you want to try to? You could try to potentially like knock her into the flames if you want to.
I don't know how I'd do that.
You'd have to like run up to her and push her. Yeah, you'd have to make a strength check. Strength is not your forte, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's okay. I'll just use a crossbow again.
All right.
I just use a regular bolt though.
A regular bolt on her. Okay. So yeah.
Yeah. Maybe she'll stagger into the flames by herself.
Would you like to? So I'm gonna say, would you like your intent to be? Would you like to try aiming at like her foot or something to try to make her stagger into the flames?
I don't know. Which is the most chance of succeeding? Like body, right?
Well, if you want to, like, whatever area you target, I'm gonna say that you can make a you can make a check. You can roll a d20, and if you succeed on the difficulty, then I'm gonna say she's gonna stagger into the flames. I'll say this is probably a what kind of check would this be? This would be a Probably just a straight up, I guess, dexterity check. You're trying to aim at a certain body part. Yeah. So if you want to do that, you can do that. If not, then you can just try hitting her. In general.
I'll just try hitting her.
Yeah. Just try hitting her.
That's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Shoot her with the crossbow.
All right.
All right. Yeah. 13. Let's see if that pierces his armor class rating. And it does. Yes, it just hits it. She has an armor class rating of 13 actually, so it meets it. So yeah, click on the thing for damage.
Ooh.
12 damage. Very good. And you can apply your sneak attack damage, but you actually don't even have to. She only had 11 hit points remaining. Now, would you like her to you can describe how would you like her to fall down dead, or would you like her to fall down incapacitated? Last time we played, I said that you get to, when you deliver a final attack on someone, you get to describe how you want it to end. So have at it. Describe how you would like her to fall to the ground, or die if that's what you want.
No, just be incapacitated. I want to get some information out of her.
Okay, so how'd you shoot her?
I shoot her in the buttocks.
Oh, you shoot her in the buttocks. All right. So you shoot her in the buttocks, and she falls to the ground. She's at 0 HP, but she's not dead. All right. And in fact, I'll just I won't put a gigantic X on her. I'll just put I guess I'll put a skull and crossbones on her to say that she's out of the fight. All right. Now it's Claudia, and Claudia's still wrestling with this guy. What would you like her to do?
Okay. Let's see. He's still in the vines, right?
No, he got out, actually.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he got out of the vines. I just haven't. I have to clear all the drawings at once, so I'm just leaving those on because the fire is technically still there.
Well, let's try to put it back in.
Put him back in the vines?
Yeah, or can she only use? She can only use it a few times.
This is her final charge. She can use it one more time.
One more time. All right, let's just do it.
Okay, let's put him back in the vines. All right.
Yeah.
Put him back. Put him back in prison. Put him back in prison.
Yeah, back in jail.
23. Yes. So that her attack will hit, and let me see if the guy succeeds on his dexterity saving throw to try to get out of the vines. Oh, the guy. Yeah, the guy succeeds on his dexterity saving throw. He is not entrapped by the vines, unfortunately. But Claudia succeeds on her hit. And so she gets to do damage against this guy. She does 5 points of damage. Right, she does 5 points of damage on this guy.
Okay.
Let's see if Hubert, the Cowardly Lamb, will pop out, perhaps to do a little bit extra damage. And does a 1! Hubert cowers within the extra-dimensional space that is the bag of holding, not even cognizant of the fact that he's just stepped through a wormhole, so to speak. Oh no. Alright. Alright, so now these ruffians are unfortunately going to jump into action. Alright. And one of them is going to try to go for Claudia. 10, 15... okay, so one of them is going to go for Claudia. The other one's going to try to go for you. As the other one passes by Claudia, she gets to make an attack of opportunity on him.
Right.
Yeah. And that definitely hits. So Claudia gets to do damage on this guy. She's going to hit him. So she does 5 points of damage on this guy. Meanwhile, the one that just got up next to her is going to try to do damage on poor Claudia. Alright. Let me just see what stats to use for these assholes. Alright, this guy will try to attack poor Claudia with his sword. Let's see if it hits. It does not pierce Claudia's armor class. He misses. Very good. Alright, we're back at... Okay, so the woman is out of the queue. She is down on the ground, incapacitated. We're at the guy with the whip. The guy at the whip is cursing angrily. He's going to smack Claudia again with his vicious whip. Let's see if... Oops. It's not meant to be that one. Let's see if it hits. Alright. Vicious whip attack, vicious whip. And oh no! Claudia gets whipped! 21. Oh, okay. Let's see how much damage it does. Claudia takes slashing damage with the whip. 7 points of slashing damage. Claudia's at 4 hit points.
Oh man.
Just whoosh, whoosh. And Claudia's screaming and wailing. Saying, Lester, I don't like it. Mother Methany Ann tried to get me into this at one point. But it was never my thing. I don't like it, Lester. It hurts. Joan and Alice are into this, but not me. I'm an innocent girl, Lester.
I have one more sandwich made by Mother Methany Ann.
Lester LeFoe, it's up to you now. It's your turn. You have one guy in front of you, and three people left, and you have one more sandwich.
Okay. Let's see. I can't really switch weapons, right?
So what you can do is so you have your crossbow in hand right now. Now, technically in this game, when you're at disadvantage using a ranged weapon when someone is right in front of you. Because think about it, you can't really attack. You can't. It's harder to shoot someone when someone's right in your face.
Right.
So what you can do is you can switch weapons. You can drop your crossbow and immediately pull out your mace or your sword. And that's perfectly legitimate to do because you can pick it up later after the battle is done. The only thing is that an enemy could potentially pick up your crossbow and use it against you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's up to you. You can totally use your mace.
Can I use the crossbow and just hit the guy with the butt of the crossbow?
Yeah, you can use it. You want to use it as a melee weapon?
Yeah.
All right. So you're going to use
stock, like the.
Okay, so use your crossbow as a melee weapon, and I'm going to say that the melee weapon of a crossbow, it would probably be this. It would be
maybe like a mace or something, or
it would probably just be 1d8. Yeah, roll me 1d. Yeah, 1d8 plus 1. It would be basically the stats of the mace, I think. No, actually, it wouldn't be the stats of the mace because the crossbow is smaller. It would make it 1d6 plus 1. Yeah. 1d6 plus your strength modifier, which is a 1. It's 2.
Nice.
All right, so you bash the guy with your crossbow. There's 2 points of damage. Not the most effective attack, but there you go. It is perfectly viable to just drop your weapons if you want to do a quick switch in combat.
Okay. Can I do the bonus thing and throw a Claudia sandwich? Or the rations or something like that, or is that not?
Nah, because giving someone something you can just try throwing it if you want to. You can try throwing it on the ground and ask her to pick it up, but it's not going to actually go into her mouth or anything. She has to go and get it. You can give yourself a sandwich because you've already got it.
Oh, okay.
You got rations too, so.
Yeah, I get the rations. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll eat a sandwich.
Alright, you want to eat your last sandwich? Alright, roll me 1d4. You stuff you just hit a guy with your crossbow, and as you do it, you stuff your last sandwich in your mouth.
1d4, 0, right, yeah. Alright.
Just stuff it down. Okay, so you gain back 2 HP.
Alright, well, that's alright. It's fine. I don't know.
So you're out of sandwich. I'll just delete the sandwich column on your thing. You're completely out of sandwiches. Alright, so what's Claudia gonna do? It's Claudia's turn. What would you like her to do? So she's in a rough spot.
Yeah, what's her best attack? I mean,
I keep forgetting this uncanny dodge ability that we have. We should use that. Yeah, I keep forgetting it when because it's something new that we just got. Yeah, you need to remember it too. You can use your reaction to halve an attack's damage on you. That would help.
Oh.
Making it harder on ourselves, but oh well.
Okay. Figures. Yeah. So
Claudia's in a rough place because she's surrounded on all sides by guys.
Well, she can't use the vines thing anymore,
she can use
right?
it one more time because it didn't actually work. So she can try saying it one more time too.
All right, let's try it one more time.
On the guy, the guy with the whip.
Yeah.
All right. Hopefully this will work. Alright, Staff of Vines, give it a try again. Come on, Claudia. Oh, so she only rolled a 12 to hit, and so unfortunately it's going to, yeah, it misses the guy's armor class rating. It just misses. The attack misses completely. Not good. Yeah. But she's got a potion of healing that you gave her.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
She didn't use it?
No, she didn't.
She used it.
Did she use it?
Wait, I think she used it already, right?
She used it. Damn it! I forgot to delete it from her thing. She used it. Yeah. Oh, ball sack. Pretty bad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Pretty bad. All right. All right. So she's got. Oh, yeah. All right. So she. What can she do? She can't really do anything. She's surrounded by guys on all sides who will get attacks of opportunity on her if she tries to.
Yeah.
If she tries to disengage. Oh, so by the way, your fire is done. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
She can. She can basically do nothing, unfortunately. She is a bit shafted. All right. So finally, it's this guy's turn. It's these thugs' turns. All right. The thug in front of you is going to try to attack you. Let's see. Oh, if only Abram could show up with a swarm of rats and save you guys again.
Oh, dang.
Alright. So this guy in front of you is going to attack you with a sword. He's going to try to poke you with a sword. He rolls a 13. That does not pierce your armor class rating, yeah? I think you're a 14.
No.
Yeah, you're a 14. All right,
14.
so let's see if the one attacking Claudia manages to score a hit. Oh no, poor Claudia. He also rolls a 13. All right, so they both missed. Thankfully, lucky rolls. Finally, it is the Whipper's turn. Oh no, the Whipper. What will he do? The Whipper rolls a 19. It's gonna. So he does damage on Claudia. All right. So he does his whip attack on poor Claudia. Let me just roll for damage. Oh no, Claudia takes 6 points of slashing damage.
Oh, I don't know if that's.
Okay, so
yeah, enough.
Claudia's at -2 hit points right now. Okay, so Claudia is unconscious. So the whip slashes against Claudia's back, and poor Claudia falls to the ground unconscious. All right, so on Claudia's turn, she has to make what's called a death saving throw in order to save herself from dying, and she needs to basically succeed on that to stabilize herself. She gets three chances to succeed on that to stabilize herself. You can run up to her and spend an action stabilizing Claudia if you so desire, or you can just try to take out these guys.
Huh. Wait. What could I do if I did that? Like what would I do? I do CPR or something? Like what would that be?
That would be basically it would be basically, yeah, so you don't have any health potions left. It would basically be, yeah, running up to her and just doing a check to see if you can stabilize her. Yeah, basically like doing CPR and to bring her back from bring her back to 0 HP, because right now she's bleeding out. She's at negative hit points.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that thing that you mentioned, the death saving throw or something like that, what does that do? What is that? So
basically what she needs to do is she needs to roll above, so on her turn, let me look it up again. She needs, okay, so yeah, death saving throw. Whenever you start your turn with like no hit points, you have to make a special saving throw called a death saving throw to determine whether you creep closer to life or hang onto death. You just roll a d20. If the roll is 10 or higher, you succeed. Otherwise, you failure. A success or failure has no effect by itself. On your third success, you become stable. On your third failure, you die. All right? And so stable means that basically you just stop you stop bleeding out, and you basically are at you're just unconscious. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you want to immediately stabilize Claudia, what you can do is just run up to her and just try to administer like basically CPR, like a check to her. It would be I think it would be a medicine check. You actually have an advantage. You actually are proficient in medicine, so you get a +4 bonus to medicine. You're proficient in CPR, so you can automatically if you roll well, you can automatically stabilize her and potentially prevent her having to go through this death saving procedure. It's up to you.
Okay. All right. Let's try it.
All right. So you have to move up to Claudia. You're gonna do that?
Yeah.
This one guy's gonna get an attack. Okay, one guy gets an attack of opportunity on you. He only rolls a 6. It just glances off of you. All right. So now you're going to try to stabilize Claudia. Roll me a d20 and add +4.
Oh wait, D20
+4. Yeah, d20 +4. Or sorry, roll me d20. Yeah. 13. All right, you succeed. You administer. Basically, you just pumps on Claudia's chest, just surrounded by enemies, just trying to bring her back to life. Here, dear Claudia, and you do manage to stabilize her completely. She's currently at 0 HP. She's just unconscious. She's not in danger of dying. Okay. Now, with unconscious characters, if somebody chooses to attack her, then it's bad. Like, she's going to take damage and potentially die. But right now, she's not in danger of dying. All right. So now these two Nimrods are going to come around. Everybody's ganging up on you now, I'm afraid, Lester. Doesn't look good for Lester LeFoe. These two guys are going to gang up on you, Lester, and they're going to try to attack you. Alright, the first guy, his attack misses. Their attacks both miss. These guys are poor rollers. Alright, now finally the Whipper. Alright, the Whipper is going to turn his attentions towards you. He's like, alright, I took down your girlfriend, now it's your turn. And he rolls a 1.
Nice.
So just like tries to lash out at you with his whip, and like it gets caught underfoot and he stumbles a little. Alright, Lester, you're surrounded by 3 dudes. What will you do? I can tell you that, I mean, the most dangerous guy is the Whipper dude. The other guys are kind of like, they don't have that much HP.
Yeah.
Which you could.
See. If I choose to shoot my crossbow at this particular point, I know it's a disadvantage, but what would that? Would that still work?
Are you trying to shoot someone?
Yeah.
It would be a disadvantage. It would probably not be the best action to do. You'd be better off just tossing it aside and just immediately pulling out your mace.
Okay.
You have a couple options. You could immediately just toss aside your crossbow and pull out your mace and attack one of these guys. You do have, I don't know if you looked at your inventory recently, but you do have like serpent venom from way back when.
Yeah, I don't know, what is that?
That's basically something that you got from the snakes in the sewers a long time ago. You can, something that I think it was Wally the Wizard, or was it William? It was William the Wizard prepared for you. And it basically does extra poison damage. You can use a bonus action to just slap it on like a melee weapon, and it'll do extra damage on a hit. So that's a good like melee attack. Or the other option is, if you wanted to, you could choose not to target any one of these guys with your crossbow, but you could target another space with your crossbow and potentially just use fire that would potentially hit 2 of these guys at the same time.
That may also potentially hit Claudia, though, too. Well,
right? It depends where you target. So it spreads out 10 feet in every direction. All right, so
that's 2 squares, right?
Yeah, 2 squares, diagonal too. So you could get it so that it. I mean, you could get it so that it hits. You could get it so that
Let's
it
see.
hits you, but not Claudia. Or you could get it so that it just hits one of the guys. I don't know if you can get it so that it would hit both of the guys, two guys at once.
Let's see. If I did here, that would be no wait. Like here. 1, 2.
So if you did, yeah, that would. So if you did it here, it would hit this guy.
It would.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. It wouldn't hit anyone else though. But you could try to potentially push one of these other guys into the fire. If you did it there, it would hit you.
Yeah.
And the guy next to you. It would hit you actually. So if you did it here, it's going to hit you, but it would also hit these two guys.
Yeah, I mean, I have rations. I can eat them, right?
Yeah, bonus action. Yeah, you could just shove rations in your mouth. That will heal 1d6 instead of 1d4.
All right. Well, I'm a gambling guy. Let's do it. This is desperate times calls for desperate measures. I'm just gonna go for the make with the fire.
Okay. You are just gonna hit the fire. Just click. Yeah. So you want to target this? Okay. Just click your dragon spit crossbow attack. All right. So this.
I have 6 bolts left.
Ah, yeah. All right. Dear Jesus. Desperate times call for desperate measures. All right. So which one? Are you targeting this square here? Yeah.
1, 2. Yeah.
All right.
It's a little bit of kamikaze sort of thing.
Yeah. Okay. It also targets the woman.
Oh well.
She's gonna die because she's unconscious. Doesn't target Claudia though.
Yeah. Well, it's. Yeah.
All right. Okay. You just go. All right, sons of bitches. You just go kamikaze with this, and you just fire a flame burst bolt just up in the air, boom, and just rain down hell upon yourself and all these people within this square. All right, so, oh god, okay. So you have to make a Constitution. Nah, you don't have to make a Constitution saving throw. I'm going to say that. Actually, yeah, you technically should. Okay, you're gonna have to make a Constitution saving throw to see how much damage you take. Roll me 1d20 and then add 1 to it. Okay, you take full damage, unfortunately. And so these guys are going to have to also make Constitution saving throws. Alright, so the thug makes a Constitution saving throw, and that's going to fail. The other guy makes a Constitution saving throw, and that is going to succeed. Actually, yeah, that's going to succeed, unfortunately. So now let's see what damage. Everybody takes 2d8 damage. All right. So everybody takes 10 points of damage, unfortunately. All right. So this guy takes 10 points of damage. So the guy who succeeded on his throw, he takes half that. He takes 5 points of damage. All right. You take 10 points of damage, unfortunately, because you failed. You're at 3 HP.
Okay. Well, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Time to eat some rations.
Yeah, you're burning up, unfortunately. Now it's poor Claudia's turn. Poor Claudia, unfortunately, cannot do anything. Because she's still at 0 HP. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now This guy here, you know, this guy right in back, because you just did this kamikaze maneuver and basically set the whole ground on fire. This guy is going to back off and try to run away. Okay.
That's good. Sensible.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah. This guy makes a break for it because you basically just like shot a bomb into the air and lit yourself on fire. And he's like, F this! I'm out of here! And so he makes a break for it. Now it's the guy with the whip, alright? And the guy with the whip didn't take as much damage as you, but he still took some damage. And anybody doing a kamikaze maneuver like this is, you know, kind of crazy. And so he is going to make a break for it as well. And so he's going to try to... So he basically steps out of the range of the flames, and he is going to make a Constitution saving throw. And he fails his Constitution saving throw, and so he takes full 2d8 damage. He takes a full 10 points of damage, unfortunately, just stepping out of the flames. Alright, and he's looking haggard and in pain. And then finally, it's you, Lester LeFoe. So if you try to move, you're going to take damage.
Yeah.
You can just stay there. And gobble down a sandwich if you want to. You're at 3 hit points. You can try to... You can force a sandwich into Claudia's mouth. Try to like give her a little bit of HP so that it's not just you fighting in the midst of flames. It's not looking very good, unfortunately.
Yeah. I think I only have what? I only have 3, right?
Yeah,
3 HP left.
You have 3 HP left. You can, if you want to, you can basically.
Let's see. I can eat a sandwich, or I can eat a ration, right? And
yeah.
I can eat I can still do the same thing. I can eat another. Yeah.
If I were you, I would try to stuff something in Claudia's mouth so that you have at least one person alive, because at the end of your turn you're gonna have to take damage because you're in fire. You're gonna have to make a check to see if you take damage, and if you fail, then you're gonna become unconscious.
Oh, okay. All right, that's just true. Okay. So yeah, I'll give her some of the rations.
All right, so you just
4, so.
just shove a ration in your mouth, in her mouth.
In her mouth. Yeah.
Okay, so roll me 1d6.
4.
Okay, 4. You shove a ration into Claudia's mouth and then like punch her chest, and she coughs and is, you know, kind of wakes up from her unconscious stupor, and she's like, Lester, oh my god, are we dead? Oh Jesus, Lester, what did you do? You burned the forest! Oh my god, what's happening? She's at 4 HP, you're at 3 HP. There's 2 dudes here. And would you like to do anything else for your... You can still take a bonus action. You can still take 1 bonus action.
Yeah, so I can still make it... I still can... Well, I can still eat something myself, right?
Yeah, you can still shove something in your mouth.
Yeah, I'll do that. I might as well.
Okay, shove a ration in your mouth. Roll me 1d6. Oh no!
Man, I got 1.
It's 1. You're both at 4 HP. Alright, Josh. You have to make a Constitution saving throw to get out of this fire.
Okay, that's 1d20.
Or do you want to move out of the fire, or do you want to stay in? I recommend that you try to move out, because you're going to have to make the Constitution saving throw either way.
Yeah, let's just try to get out.
Okay. I guess you're going to try to move backward 1.
Yeah. 1d20 plus 1, is that what it is?
Yeah, 1d20 plus 1. Oh, yeah. So you succeed. So you're only going to take half damage. Unfortunately, it's still substantial. This might be the end of Lester LeFoe. Okay, so you take 4 points of damage.
Lester
LeFoe goes unconscious.
Okay.
But I'm going to say, because you moved out, you're able to move out of the thing. And actually, so this guy would have gotten an attack of opportunity on you. Let's just see if he managed it. There's a lot of stuff going on. Oh, he rolled 2, so he didn't get it. He didn't get it. I mean, he's on fire, so you rolled 2. Unfortunately, Lester LeFoe is unconscious. Oh, now it's poor Claudia. All right.
Oh man, it's up to Claudia.
Not very good. All right, what will Claudia do? All right. Claudia will, let's see, I mean, probably the best thing for her to do is probably to try to finish off this guy. I think, yeah. Probably try to finish off this guy with her Staff of Vines, I think. It seems to be the best option for her. It's just, will she manage to hit or not?
Yeah.
Yes, that most definitely hits. Great. Alright, finally. Alright, so the Staff of Vines, she uses it on this guy. It definitely hits. Let me roll for damage. She does 11 points of damage. She uses her final Vine charge. Evrash! The guy is entangled again. This is the last time she can use it. It worked. Oh god. This guy is entangled. He cannot move. Ah. Alright, and he took 11 points of damage. Ah. And so he looks like he's on his last legs. Now Claudia is going to use a so she can use a bonus action to so she can just move without getting an attack of opportunity. She's going to move behind to where you are. Alright, and you're at approximately 0 HP, and so you're not bleeding out, so you're just at 0. You're not at negative HP. So how many rations did you have?
Oh, I have two two left.
2 left. Okay. So yeah, she can't do anything else on her current turn, but on her next turn she's probably going to try to grab a ration from your pack and then shove it in your mouth to try to bring you back to some small degree of hit points. All right. Now this poor schmo trapped in the fire is going to try to get out. He's got to make a Constitution saving throw. Oh, he manages to get out. He succeeds on the throw, so it only takes half damage. It's still substantial though. He takes 7, so he takes 3 points of damage. Takes 3 points of damage. Okay. And he is flustered as hell, and he's also going to try to make a run for it because he's got 2 hit points. Alright?
Nice.
And he's just going to make a run for it. He doesn't care about defeating you guys or anything. He's just going to head for the hills. So finally there's only this guy. He is going to try to break free from the vines, and he is unable to break free, thankfully. I believe so. He should be unable to, that didn't quite. He rolled a 10. And just check his... Yeah. He's not able to break free from the vines. He is incapacitated. Well, it's a good thing that worked. Oh, this guy got really close. Alright, so Claudia, and this takes a full action. Claudia is like, oh god, Lester, don't die on me yet! She rummages through your bag and she pulls out one of the rations and just shoves it into your mouth, and she's like, come on Lester, come on, we still got so much to do together, Lester! So 1d6, I believe. Oh, Lester LeFoe recovers a grand total of 3 hit points. What does he say as he comes back from the brink of death?
I am Batman.
Lester, what the hell are you talking about? We need more healing potions. We just got stupid sandwiches and rations, and now we're down to 1. I think 1. Yeah, 1, right?
Yeah, we're down to 1.
Luckily, you're only down to 1 enemy now. And I think the fire should have faded by now. Yeah. Oh, your fire is powerful, but also deadly. If you kamikaze yourself with it. Alright. So this guy is still entrapped. And so he's gonna... I think it was Claudia's turn just then. All right. And so he's going to try to break out again. He can't break out. He can't break out of the vine. All right, Lester LeFoe, it's your turn. What would you like to do? The guy's looking very haggard. You might be able to.
Yeah, let's just.
Might be able to end this.
Yeah, just shoot him
with the crossbow. All right.
Yeah, crossbow,
regular bolt.
Regular bolt, yeah.
All right. So that's going to
I
be.
think we need more fires.
I think you got like 14 regular bolts left. All right. Yeah. Click the attack. See how much it does. Yeah, that will hit. Click the damage. Or yeah, click the name. 10 points of damage. All right, Lester LeFoe, how do you want to do this? How do you want to end this guy?
Well, I think, it's probably only fitting I just aim for the taint.
With killing intent or with none?
No.
All right, describe how you gently destroy him with the taint. Hit.
Well, I don't know if there's anything gentle about it. I mean, just and basically like push him down, and that. Okay, I don't know if I can do that. Can I do whatever I want?
You can do whatever you want. Yeah, just describe. This is flavor. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, just kick him down, and then.
Well, you're far away. You're aiming far away. So
okay.
Just do you want to jump down in crouch position and just shoot him in the taint?
I'm just gonna jump over. Kind of knock him over and get him into hickory nut crunch position and unload the crossbow. Taking lessons from Quentin, I see, Lester.
So you unload the crossbow into the guy's tent. He lets out like a gurgle as you pulverize him, essentially. All right, and so he is unconscious. And sweet mother of God, that was.
Wow.
That was more dangerous than I thought it was going to be. You guys are right. So you're not unconscious anymore. Claudia is not unconscious anymore. This guy, you have made him unconscious and incapacitated, and he is still covered in vines, actually. So if you want to, you can interrogate him. If you want, you can investigate the area. We're almost done. We'll wrap up soon. But if you want to, you can try to gain some information from this guy about where you are. You can try to wake him up, or you can just try dragging his body somewhere, or you can try dragging his body like a place where you can rest and try to gain some sense of where you are. It's up to you.
Yeah, and the woman is. What happened to the woman? She's gone, right?
Oh, she completely died.
Okay.
So she's dead. You killed her because I'm afraid you, Lester. I think that might be your first kill on a human being.
Really? Is it?
Yeah, because she burned to a crisp in the fire, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah. Lester, you completely pulverized her. She's just ashes, Lester. Do you feel any different? Do you feel bloodthirst, Lester? Is the darkness taking you? It almost took me. I was unconscious. I saw my whole life flash before my eyes, Lester.
Not really.
Oh.
Not really.
Well, what should we do?
I think we should try to recover for a minute. We basically have one ration left, right?
Yeah.
And then there was a thing, I forget, we did it in the other campaign where it was it was like a saving throw.
Yeah, you can take a short rest.
Oh, short rest.
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't we just do that? We just both take a short rest and then recover some HP.
Yeah, you can take a short rest and recover a hit point. So the way you do that is you, on your character sheet, you have these things called hit dice. Okay? And you basically what you do is you roll it and see how many hit points that recovers. Let me just check. Yeah, did you roll it automatically? Oh yeah, hit dice. Yeah, it's 1d8. Oh, I guess it's 1d8 plus 1. Let me just double check in the book to make sure that's correct.
You got a 3.
Let me just double check to make sure hit dice rolling is correct. I kind of forget how this works. Hit dice. So yeah, you actually just roll a 1d8, I think, for your hit dice. Yeah, it should not be a... okay, so you got a 3. Alright, so you recover 3 hit points, and you're down to 4 hit dice. If you want to, you can use up more.
Yeah, I'll use another one.
Yeah, you just want to use another one?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
I got 5.
Yeah, 5. You're at 11 hit points right now.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. You're at 11 HP right now, and so I guess you use 2 hit dice. I'll have Claudia do the same for her short rest, because you both got 5. Alright, so she is going to... she recovers 2 HP... 4, 5, 6. So she recovers 6 hit points. She's at 10 HP. Okay. Okay, so you guys are a little bit less worse off than you were before. You're at 11 HP, she's at 10. Alright, and so you got this guy in front of you.
Okay.
Do
Alright.
you want to question him now, or if you want to, you can drag his body off to make me a quick perception check. Roll me a d20 and then just add your let's see, add your perception modifier, which is a +4.
4.
It's 17. Okay. So what you notice is that remember when we first loaded on this screen, there was a cart over on the side.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it appears that you can see trails of that cart leading off in this direction. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's question him.
Okay. So you can kind of slap him if you want to wake him up.
Yeah. Get him to wake up and basically question him. Who is your daddy and what does he do?
All right. So describe how you're doing this.
We shake him, get him to wake up, and see if he'll talk. Do I have like a? I was just asking, like, all right, why were you attacking us?
Yeah. So he wakes up in a sputter, and he's bleeding from his mouth and from his ears, and he's still covered in vines, and he hasn't the strength to like make a check to try to break free. He just sputters at you, and he's like, "You're crazy, mate. You know that? You almost blew us all up with that stupid archery toy of yours. And why are all these vines around me? Damn it!" He's trying to get free.
Well, you were attacking us. Why were you doing that?
I'm not telling you nothing.
Okay. Let's see if you can be encouraged.
All right. What will you do?
I have a short sword.
All right. Gonna threaten his taint again?
Yeah, just hold it under his nose.
All right. Make an intimidation check with advantage because you've currently got him in a very compromising position. So that will be they'll just be rolling a d20 plus your intimidation modifier, which is just +1. Yeah. You get to do it. Oh, natural 20. All right. So you don't even need the advantage. All right. So he begins to sweat. And he looks extremely frightened. He's like, Look, it was just a job, okay? It was just that, Albertus told us to be here, and we would pick up the kids, and then we would deliver them down to the barbarians. It was just a part of a job, and me and Calypso, we're slavers. We was just doing our job. Nothing personal to you or those kids. My name's Carter, by the way. If I'm nice, would you let me go? We can forget this ever happened.
Where are we right now?
Oh, you're on the border of the wildlands.
And where were you taking those kids?
Oh, yeah, so you know nothing about this. Is that how it goes, huh?
Maybe yes, maybe no.
Are you from that village, Aquaria?
No.
Oh, well, you with that Albertus man? You trying to get at him? Like that other group that came plunging out of that portal here and stole our cart and walloped a few of our men and then took off?
What other group?
There were 2 other people that plunged through the portal, right, maybe about a couple minutes before you.
Describe them.
There was a man and a woman, a man with a staff and a brown-skinned woman, and then they caused a ruckus and smashed up our cart and then commandeered it and drove it off to try to save the kids, is what they said. But they were too late. The kids are already in the possession of the barbarians.
What do the barbarians want with the kids?
Well, you have to go and ask them for that, but all I know is that Albertus has been having us sell the kids to the barbarians on the regular now. For months, we've been transporting them through these fairy circles from Aquaria into, well, whatever time-space magic is behind these fairy circles, I don't really understand. But he brings the kids to us at regular intervals, and then we transport them down to the barbarians.
How much is he paying you to do this?
Oh, plenty. Thousands of gold per child. The man's a well of money. And he's an old contact of ours. We used to be a friend of his up in the north. Look, will you let me go? I'm telling you things I'm not supposed to tell. Lester, I think this guy Albertus has been selling the kids into slavery. That's what Claudia says.
Hold on, I'm trying to check how much gold we have.
You have
1,000.
You have 1,221.
Okay. All right. Well, here's your options. What did you say your name was?
My name's Carter. Carter the slaver, at your service.
Carter, here's your options. First option, we can kill you now. Second option, you can take us to where the children are. There may be something in it for you. Third option is, no matter what, Albertus is going down, so you're going to be out of a job. So if you want to make some money and you want to get out with your taint in one piece, then you may want to come with us.
All right, make another intimidation check. Because you're asking a guy to come with you, betray his principles.
Yeah. What's that?
Make it at advantage. Yeah, 1d20 plus 1. Advantage. You can make it at advantage.
Yeah.
At 15, see if you roll any higher on the second one, just out of curiosity. 19. All right. Yeah, very high. All right. So Carter begins to sweat, and then he just says, "Look, I don't exactly. I can't take you to where the kids are. I don't exactly know where they are, but the drop-off point is down south a bit, in the Claw Runner barbarian camp. I don't really talk with those people. I don't ask no questions. We just take the cart and we deliver the kids down there. I don't know what the barbarians are doing with them, but they got the kids needed for something. All right, so I can take you to the general area if you want, but it's going to be hard traveling. Like those other two, they took our cart. So we're going to have to go on foot, and traversing the wildlands is tough. So, I mean, can I have some guarantee that I'm going to get through this alive? Some guarantee of protection?
Guarantee of protection from whom?
From shite, the monsters of the wildlands. It's a crazy jungle out there with rhinoceroses and wildebeests and strange things that can come running at us at any second. And I want protection from those creatures in the wildlands, and also want protection and guarantee from you guys that if I do this and if I guide you safely to the barbarian camp, then I can get out of here with my skin intact.
That sounds fair. You have as much protection as we have.
All right.
So,
well,
what I wanted to... Are you also asking protection from Albertus?
Protection? Well, that might be good too. I didn't think about that. Look, yes, well, I can worry about that. How about... Listen, I can take you in the general direction of where the barbarian camp is, and I've done business with them, and I can maybe get myself a steed afterwards and try to get out of here, and I'll worry about Albertus, but I just want to make sure I'm going to get through this alive.
Well, you have as much chance of getting through this alive as we do. Currently, if you stay If you cooperate, you have a better chance of staying alive than if you do not.
Claudia,
you have zero chance.
Claudia whispers to you, I really don't trust this asshole Lester. He's been selling kids into slavery, and it seems like it's just a regular job for him. And you remember the last time when we took a guy like this under custody, what happened in the town square? He betrayed us and yelled out the name and caused a massive ruckus to Etor and those Nevans.
That's true. Do you hear what my companion is saying?
Honestly, Lester, I'm tempted to just kill him, like his lady friend over there. And so, actually, for the first time, Carter looks over at the charred carcass of his, I guess, his lady friend, and he lets out a shriek. And he's like, "Oh my God! You killed her! You killed Calypso!" He starts to wail.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
dear Lester, we've become the very thing we fight against. Bloodthirsty killers. They deserved it, okay.
Well,
it was us or them, Lester, and the only thing between death and the Grim Reaper was a pair of Mother Metheny Ann sandwiches. Oh my God, got to thank her when we get back to Tartec.
Yeah, well, Carter, those are your choices.
Carter is blubbering and just sobbing, and he's like, "All right, I'll take you to the Claw Runner camp. Just don't kill me, okay?" All right, and you seem to have intimidated him. You rolled well.
Okay.
All right, and let me just show you his information, actually. Can you see?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there he is, one of the slavers that Albertus Alright has been working with. A mean man who has long been one of Albertus's comrades in the human trafficking scene. Carter is a despicable human being with a nasty whip. His wife, Calypso, is just as bad. And
killed his wife. He's gonna be pissed.
I'll show you Calypso, who unfortunately died. Yeah. The wife of Carter, Calypso is a cold-hearted slaver and thinks nothing of selling children off to the highest bidder as long as the rewards are right. She doesn't seem to have an ounce of maternal instinct inside of her. Well, she deserved it. All right. So I suggest you guys follow the marks from the tracks. They're these tracks from the cart. All right, and they're kind of off in this direction. Right, so you can free Carter from the vines. Do you want to tie him up? You guys might want to tie him up.
Yep.
The only rope you have is the grappling hook rope, I believe, actually.
That's okay. We're not going to use it. Use it for anything right now.
All right, so you tie him up with the grappling hook rope, okay? So I put a little net on him showing that he's restrained. Okay, you tie him up with the grappling hook rope, and I'm going to say you guys end up following the tracks.
Yeah.
All right. You guys go down, and you're pushing him in front of you, and you end up following the tracks. And as you leave this area, you notice that the environment around you is much different. It suddenly feels like you're traveling in great plains, and the mountains around you just loom up and are higher than any mountains you've seen in the past. Okay, and then you hear the sounds of birds chirping, and the sounds are unfamiliar to you, and everything seems like it's beyond any form of wilderness that you've ever been in before. All right, and let me move you to the new page.
Oh, nice! Look at this map.
All right, can you see yourself?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so you are in what appears to be thriving wilderness. All right, and Claudia looks around and says, "Oh, Lester, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. I don't actually know what that means. I read it in a book, but it sure sounds applicable to this situation." All right, and for all intents and purposes, it appears that you are in the wildlands now. All right. And that's a good place for us to end.
Okay.
For today. All right. In the wildlands with a prisoner in tow.
Okay.
Narrowly escaped death.
Yeah.
Very narrowly escaped death. That was looking quite bad.
Wow. Both of us. Both of us nearly ate it.
Yeah. And Sybil and Quentin, they must have passed through that portal. There's like time distortion that happens when you pass through one of those portals. So they're somewhere ahead of you. You don't know exactly where they are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully Giselle was able to communicate with. What? Under the wizard, and tell him what happened.
Yeah. Oh, and so one last thing that I forgot to show you. You remember, you have this in your possession. Remember?
Yeah, the helmet.
Rosella's helmet. Can you see it?
Yeah, it might have been handy to wear during the battle.
Yeah, so the helmet of Rosella and Alexander's mother, Valenice. Valenice previously worked as a Tartec soldier, became a mercenary, and went to Aquaria in search of a more peaceful life for her children before passing away due to illness. The helmet seems to be enchanted with some kind of magic that prevented Rosella and Alexander from being affected by the foul spells wiping the minds of all the other orphanage children. I totally forgot about this thing before, Josh. I apologize. Would you like to wear it? You could wear it if you want to. It raises your armor class by 1 if you wear it. You don't know what its effects are. It's for all intents and purposes, in your eyes, it's just a helmet. But your armor class is 14. If you wear it, it could raise it to a 15. Same for Claudia.
Okay. We'll save it for now. Maybe. Claudia usually seems to get shafted. I mean, all of these things. I think she has a lower.
No, she actually has the same as you, but she doesn't have any range attacks. That's the difference. She
Okay.
has to get in close. You're able to stay away, and so actually the
It makes sense maybe for her to wear it.
yeah. So you want to give it to Claudia for now?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll say Claudia is currently wearing it. So I'll say that Claudia's armor class is 15 for now. And I'll say that she's currently wearing the thing. And you're 14. Alright. And, yeah, we will continue and see what happens in the Wildlands next time. You can see it's a big map, and you're truly in the great outdoors now. This is beyond any great outdoors that you're in before. You are in the Great Plains, the wide mountains, and the prairies of the Wildlands. Of the barbarians, who you ran over with a cart earlier in this campaign. But that cart has since been destroyed.
That's true. That's true. Maybe they forgot about that.
Poetic justice, perhaps.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, it's a slightly longer episode because combat can go a bit long. But yeah, some close calls. I'm glad you didn't die. Got a little worried there.
Okay.
All right. So I guess we probably won't be able to play next week because you'll be traveling to I guess New York, right?
Yeah.
On Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, I'm not sure.
Okay.
I guess I don't know. I'll let you know.
Yeah. We'll pick up potentially when we pick up.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So